I'm Ron Pereira with Gemba Academy. I'd like to welcome you to the Standard Work in Process module, or as what we will be referring to as SWIP. By the end of this module, you'll know what standard WIP is and why it's so important no matter what type of industry that you're in. Now, standard WIP, or standard work in process, is the minimum amount of work in process necessary to keep the process flowing smoothly. The idea is not to have too much or too little work in process based on the timely and sequence required, as well as taking into account limiting factors within the process such as batch size, distance, and waiting time. All right. Prior to the completion of this module, we visited our friends at Aseptic Solutions USA. Keep in mind, at this point, Aseptic Solutions USA has not been yet introduced to the Gemba Academy. Let's take a look at just what we saw.
Go on!
I don't know about you, but that certainly doesn't look good. Let's get an opinion from Scott Murren, our VP of Quality and R&D, to see what his thoughts are. Hey, Scott.
Yo, back 10! Quick one for you. How come the tables are so full?
Hey, Scott. What are your thoughts on the work in process here at Aseptic?
You know, Ron, we're all about quality here at Aseptic. But obviously, as you can see, we got some work to do. Just a skosh. But why don't I get you Andre, our maintenance director, and he'll talk to you more about it.
Sounds good. Thank you, Scott. Now, before we get Andre's opinion, let's take a moment for a quick Gemba question. True or false? Based on the 7 deadly waste module, the first waste is defects. Simply put, it's work that is less than the level the customer has requested. True or false? The answer is true. All right, let's get Andre's opinion and see what his thoughts are. Hey, Andre.
Aló. Sí. En la fila. ¿Filler sí? No. Sí. Sí. No. Filler sí. Ah. Okay. No problem.
What are your thoughts on the work in process here at Aseptic Solutions?
Bien. Well, let me count that.
Thanks, Andre. Before we get to Doug's opinion, let's take a moment for another Gemba question. True or false? Based off the 3 elements of standard work module, the first element is tack time. True. The answer is true. Well, let's see how Doug's doing back there. See if Doug can give us an opinion of what he thinks aseptic's working process is. Hey, Doug? Hey there, Doug. As aseptic's maintenance supervisor, what are your thoughts on aseptic's working process?
How you doing, Ron? First of all, we got a lot of work to do. As you can see, we can't even get the pallet done. We're working on our PMs, and I got everything written down in my book. Let me just check to see if I got that one written down. Yep, I got it right here. But you know what? Our factory supervisor, Juan Rojas, he'll get you more information on the PM program.
Sounds good. Well, thank you, Doug. Well, let's see if maybe Juan could help us out. But before we get Juan's opinion, let's take a moment for another quick Gemba question. True or false? Easy ones. Based on the waste of waiting module, an example of waiting occurs when we're forced to wait for machines because of poor planning or unplanned downtime. True or false? The answer is true. Hey, Juan? Let's check on Juan to see what his thoughts are. Hey, Juan. From a batching standpoint, what are your thoughts on aseptic solutions work and processing?
You know, I can't get anything done around here. First, Vicky schedules chipping in the middle of Amazon run. And then Tim doesn't have all the rods here. And then I ask Peck for help, and he never gives me the help. And then Andy wants me to do all the wastewater treatment. Then we got Matt taking pictures. How am I going to get everything done around here?
Thank you. Thank you, Juan. Well, let's see if maybe Tim can help us out. But before we get Tim's opinion, let's take a moment for a quick Gemba question. The word muda is a nickname for ludicrous. It's false. Muda is a Japanese word for an activity that is wasteful or unproductive. It's not Luda. Hey, Tim. Let's check on Tim to see what his thoughts are on aseptic's working process here. Hey, Tim, as Director of Logistics and Supply Chain, what are your... Well then, as you can clearly see, not having a standard whip in place in any work environment can have a negative effect on both people and the outcome of the finished product. Now, let's go back to our friends at Aseptic Solutions to see how implementing a standard working process could change some things around in manufacturing. standard working process. Let's get an opinion from Andy Bowman, President and COO of Aseptic Solutions, to see what his thoughts are. Hey, Andy. Oi.
How you doing?
What are your thoughts on Aseptic Solutions working process here?
You know what, Ron? I always say if you can't make a pallet, don't make one at all. Now back in Alabama, we can make a pallet. My friends that go shrimping, they can make a pallet. Back in Pepsi, we can make a pallet. It's all automated and stuff, but we can make a pallet. That right there, that ain't no pallet. Definitely got some work to do.
Well, that does it. From all of us here at the Gemba Academy and all of us here at Aseptic Solutions, we all wish you a Merry Christmas.